Bonsoir tout le monde, salut Electronium, salut Lapin Killer, salut Modric. Alors on va se retrouver cet après-midi pour un tout nouveau jeu qui vient de sortir. C'est un style un peu particulier, c'est pas du Telltale, c'est pas du Dishonored, c'est un mélange un petit peu de tout ça. Ça sera sous forme épisodique, donc c'est le premier épisode, le deuxième forcément ne sortira pas tout de suite, il faudra un petit peu attendre, mais tout de suite on se lance. Salut Bugs. Alors je le découvre avec vous, hein. J'ai absolument pas lancé le jeu avant. Et surtout dites-moi par rapport au son, au volume,
You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I
si vous
kind of
m'entendez
get the
bien.
same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound.
C'est Zuma.
No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
Donc le vieil ici sa mère.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
Bon, visuellement en tout cas c'est joli je trouve.
From me that I intend to get back.
Ah, c'est Lapin qui fout le bordel chez
Where
lui.
have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling it at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Ça fait mal.
Stop annoying our host,
Oh, bah
Louis.
bon timing Zuma.
Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational.
Merci Lapin.
And open. I got it. I've opened the shackles.
Draw him over here.
Ah, il veut faire une diversion.
Von Borchert. Von Borchert.
Hmm?
Listen.
Ouais, en fait le design est fait très dessin et les yeux sont très réels, donc en fait ça brille et il y a des reflets.
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero? Pity you're not in any position to do so.
Ouais, tout à fait, ouais, c'est ce que ça te faisait penser aussi.
For the last time.
La forme des visages et
Al-Azif.
agir. Faire confiance. On va faire confiance à...
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Ah, c'est excellent. Oh, joli. Bon. Aïe, 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 aïe. Donc c'est la spécificité du jeu, hein. C'est la décision à prendre en temps réel
You reacted
et qui
perfectly.
doit faire évoluer les compétences de votre personnage.
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back.
Bravo la mère en tout cas. Hein.
Pity he's just a
Salut, Joseph.
middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your...
J'ai pris cher hein, quand même au niveau de l'œil.
You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Ha! Elle est trop vieille pour ces conneries.
And don't forget to send our
Ouais, c'est un petit peu dans ce genre-là. Après, on va le découvrir au fur et à mesure, mais il parle également de point and click, donc tard. En tout cas, moi vraiment esthétiquement, j'aime beaucoup. C'est très sympa. Alors je pense qu'il faut voir, vu qu'il parlait d'un style très particulier, c'est
Well
vraiment,
done,
ça doit pas être
Mother.
du Telltale,
You
c'est
just
pas du
had to
Vinci.
pick up Von Berchardt's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his
Moi
private
il est
island?
clair.
Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise
Moi, ce que
island.
j'ai compris, c'est que fallait pas faire la comparaison. The Manoir.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case,
Elle a une
it
jolie
is
robe, elle,
time
hein.
for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object.
En tout cas, visuellement, ça n'a rien à voir avec Telltale.
I'm already
Avec
hating
photo,
this trip, and all I've done is think about
c'est
it.
d'un tout autre niveau.
Contrary to what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Hone.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Hone, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Alors, et vous, monsieur, nous n'avons pas eu l'occasion de discuter à bord. Qu'est-ce qui vous amène? Raison personnelle, une affaire à régler avec Lord Mortimer.
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Alors, ce qui est bien, c'est qu'on n'a pas forcément de temps qui nous foute la pression pour répondre. J'imagine que c'est votre première fois ici, absolument. Envoyer la question à la duchesse,
And
on va
you,
faire ça.
Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It's
Salut,
really
Mathis.
up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment.
Non, non, j'avais
Come,
juste pas
Duchess.
envie de répondre à sa
They are
question.
waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better
Salut, Clément.
suit.
Ah, qu'est-ce qui lui arrive?
Are you all right?
Quoi, c'est des flashbacks ou il a des petits soucis Gros soucis même. Hein. Oh là.
Mother? Oh,
Oh,
shit,
merde.
your hand.
Oh, elle a pris cher. Hein.
So?
Non,
Okay,
pas de
it's
Fortnite.
done.
Did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
On est en train
I'm
de le
sure.
découvrir là, je peux pas
Right.
Je peux pas encore
Just
te
one
dire, ça
thing
vient de
left
se
to do.
lancer.
No, mother, don't!
What?
Voilà.
Have you lost your mind?
There's no
Ce qu'elle
other
va
way.
tirer. Là, je pense que c'est plus une hallucination.
If you kill me, you
qu'on est en train
won't
de voir.
find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
Pomme.
No, sir. Don't.
Oh, lui, il est beau, lui. Il est pas trop maquillé. Hein.
No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay for it.
Ça y est, on revient à nous. Par contre, là, on a un petit problème de saignement.
You.
Lily,
Oh, no, elle est
are you
vivante.
right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you just go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure. Yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or
Ça y est.
what?
Donc
This
là,
can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me.
on peut se balader.
What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Alors, c'était quoi que je voulais faire? Alors, choisissez votre classe. Alors, diplomate. Le diplomate brille en société, orateur de talent, il sait éviter les faux pas et impose ses idées sans froisser ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédilection. Alors, j'ai horreur de la politique, ça tombe bien. Occultiste. L'occultiste est un maître des faux semblants, convaincu de l'importance du savoir. Il a accumulé de richesses, connaissances en sciences et en arts, utilise les autres pour arriver à ses fins, ne lui pose aucun problème. C'est un manipulateur, d'accord. Détective. Le détective excelle en investigation. Il est entraîné à remarquer les moindres détails, tant dans l'environnement que chez ses interlocuteurs. Homme de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. Choisir une classe détermine vos compétences primaires. Les autres compétences seront accessibles mais seront plus chères à débloquer, d'accord. Bah moi il n'y a pas photo, hein, c'est détective. Hein. Alors on tombe sur un arbre de compétences. Alors on a 3 points disponibles de base. Détective débloque les compétences interrogatoire, vigilance, logique, psychologie, agilité. Vous disposez de 7 points d'effort. Persuadez vos Ah putain, pourquoi ça disparaît? Ah d'accord, ok. Persuadez vos interlocuteurs par votre détermination. Bon d'accord, on est plutôt de ce côté-là. Lisez le comportement des gens comme dans un livre ouvert. Exercez votre esprit logique et vos techniques oratoires. Remarquez les détails notables. Bon, on va déjà prendre ça. Voilà, il me reste un point. Utilisez vos coordinations contre l'environnement et plus rarement contre les gens. On va faire ça, voilà. On valide.
Well,
On est
over the
donc
last few
détective.
years I solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example. Thieves that torture their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine,
La
Emily.
duchesse, ça sera
Tell me.
Emily.
I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Je vais, je vais prétendre que oui, pas le moins du monde, désolé. Pourtant, elle est plutôt jolie, hein. Oh là là, est-ce que je la froisse? Est-ce que je la froisse ou je me fous de sa gueule? Ah, ou je lui mens. Oh, je suis désolé.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't
C'est mieux,
remember
vaut mieux
where.
dire la vérité.
I appreciate your
Ah voilà, il
honesty,
apprécie
even
l'honnêteté,
if
c'est
it's
bien.
not very flattering for me.
I
Ah, tu
imagine that
m'étonnes.
with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
C'est vrai. Il se
Please
rattrape
stop
bien.
torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago in London,
Ah non, non.
No, sorry. I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I am so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunité, vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir des détails cachés, sélectionner l'élément le plus cohérent avec la situation pour les découvrir. Les opportunités ne consomment pas de points d'effort, il suffit d'avoir débloqué la compétence nécessaire à la situation. Donc, je sais pas si vous avez vu, il y avait des petits points blancs en bas à gauche, alors je sais pas ce que c'est, est-ce que c'est ce qu'ils appellent des points d'effort. Tac. Tac.
I ask her a question.
Opportunité
She
réussie.
answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Donc il y a quand même des actions contextuelles façon QTE, personnalité. Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui la rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisée à d'autres. Alors pour faire un parallèle avec Kingdom Come, c'est un petit peu quand on a trois approches. Il y a l'approche violente, plutôt oratoire. Bah, en fait, en fonction de nos points forts à nous et des points forts ou points faibles de la personne en face de nous, on pourra plus ou moins jouer là-dessus. Savoir exploiter cette personnalité est crucial pour mener à bien vos projets. Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront épuiser, tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées vous rendront un point d'effort. Retrouvez les immunités vulnérabilités dans le journal du menu. Immunité découverte, vulnérabilité découverte. Ah, là ça devient un peu, ça fait un peu beaucoup d'infos là. Le bouton space vous permet d'accéder aux pages du menu. Okay.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but
Alors, Emily. Immunité à la logique. D'accord.
still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
Tout le monde connaît ma mère.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talent maintenant. Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets, ils donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. Trouvez les talents dans l'onglet dédié menu. Bon, ça y est, de nouveau se déplacer.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name?
La masque, lui.
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our
C'est marrant quand
utmost
ils disent
to
de
find
Richet,
your
ça fait
mother
très
as
français
quickly
l'accent.
as possible.
Alors, vous devez être le fils de Sarah. Sachez que nous faisons tout pour retrouver votre mère au plus vite.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Compétences. Vos compétences vous donnent accès à des choix et actions uniques. Échange de points. Plus le niveau de la compétence est élevé, moins le coût de points d'effort sera élevé. D'accord. On va trouver les compétences dans l'onglet. Alors, vous avez trouvé quelque chose.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage on the
Vulnérabilité
wooden
exploitée.
part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly.
Baril
We'll do
cassé.
whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR.
Sarah Richet.
We came to the conclusion
Je
that
sais
they
plus
are
si elle
the
s'appelle
initials
Sarah,
of
si c'est
Sir's
ça.
mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one
Sur
you
le quai.
arrived by.
Ah là 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 là. C'est moi le mouchard, je m'en charge. Là par contre j'ai l'impression que j'ai pas accès à celle-là en fait. C'est en fonction des... C'est pas mal finalement parce que il nous montre que si on avait d'autres compétences on pourrait... Ouais je suis assez d'accord. Alors c'est vrai que c'est un peu violent comme introduction dans, dans le jeu. Mais en gros, à la fois on a une compétence qui nous a permis de poser une question intéressante. Là par contre on voit qu'il y a des questions qui ne nous sont pas accessibles parce qu'on n'a pas les bonnes compétences. On va lui demander de nous laisser le
Give me the
mouchoir.
handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get
De toute
here.
façon c'est un jeu narratif,
but
Bugs, hein, je
invited
te
by your
préviens, c'est pas du Call of
master,
Duty.
of course, but
because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to
On a le
welcome
mouchoir.
all the guests.
Ouais. Première discussion
It is
terminée.
indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have
Donc
been
pour
doing
résumer,
on
notre
this
mère a
wharf?
disparu, elle se balade à différents endroits en laissant de la bouffe derrière elle et elle a été vue sur les quais. Gelée royale. La gelée royale restaure 2 points d'effort, vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. Ok.
Great. This chest might belong
Donc en
to
fait
Dr.
on voit des
Stone's
petits
book.
points blancs au niveau des décors qui brillent un petit peu. Ça c'est des choses que je peux récupérer, voilà, comme là. Hop.
It's like a bar from an old gate. This miserable
Moi c'est
old
surtout
bar
la
has been
multitude
broken fairly
de
recently. The edges
de
are still clean.
compétences et de
the
choses
tip is
très
black.
divers là qui nous balancent en très peu
Without
de temps,
analysis to the
qui fait que
contrary,
c'est
I
un
put my money
peu
on cannon
compliqué.
powder.
Prendre la barre, bah ouais moi je vais prendre la barre. Et la pointe est noircie sans contre-analyse, je parierai sur de la poudre à canon.
This might just come in handy.
Alors on nous a parlé des quais, hein. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là?
A sack of seeds.
C'est
It's
pas grave.
unopened. No one seems to have used any.
On nous a parlé de baril également.
Some rope.
Corde.
Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Pièce de collection. Ça c'est ma barre de fer, le mouchoir.
Let's see what's
Qu'est-ce
hidden
qu'on a là?
inside.
Chercher des indices, examiner les lettres une par une. Difficulté 3, logique 1.
Let's look.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Non, on va chercher les indices.
Ah, one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the
Donc en
order.
gros, si on est feignant, ça nous consomme des
Recognize
points
your
et il fait le
handwriting
boulot tout
anywhere,
seul.
Mother. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
Samuel
I
Richter.
don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here.
Le problème, c'est qu'à ce rythme-là, je vais bientôt avoir plus
For
de points,
crying
moi.
out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Alors, politique indisponible, non, ça ne me revient pas. Ah oui, je me souviens, bah ouais, pas de bol. Je suis pas dans la politique, moi. Ouais.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Je peux encore interagir avec ça?
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Examiner une par une. On va s'éloigner. J'espère que ce que j'ai fait va faire en sorte que j'ai pas besoin de toutes me les taper, parce que sinon c'est un peu chaud. Peut-être finir par le faire quand même. Hein. Voilà. Je me bloque pas dans les rondins de bois. C'est marrant parce que j'ai pas trouvé grand chose à part ces histoires de lettres. Vu que j'ai encore un point lumineux, je pense que je vais quand même les re-regarder parce que si c'est un jeu où on peut pas progresser si on est passé à côté d'un indice, ouais, dans la mouise.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Alors, une par une.
Let's look. A letter written in an Oriental language.
Je connais pas cette langue, super.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says.
Bon, j'espère qu'ils ont quand même construit leur jeu de telle sorte qu'on va pas se retrouver bloqué si on n'a pas
The address is in Sao
telle ou
Paulo,
telle
Brazil.
compétence.
That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
Ça va, il est rapide.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London. This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Tu connais ce nom? Bah non.
This name sounds familiar. Prashi, Prashi, Prashi.
C'est
No.
embêtant d'avoir la
Can't seem to place it.
mémoire en forme de gruyère. Hein.
Probably a Dutchman.
La dernière.
Address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
On a fini.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
peux rien faire d'autre avec le tonneau brisé. Ici, petit chemin. Ça va être fermé. Ouvrir la grille. Bah si je peux.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Utilise la barre de fer, yes. Façon Hitman au pied de biche.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
En gros, faut la clé quoi. Forcer avec la barre. D'accord. Faut jeter la serrure. Quand je vous disais que j'allais plus avoir 2 points au bout de...
There we are.
J'espère qu'il y a des choses intéressantes là-dedans. Parce que ça m'a coûté des points et ça peut me faire engueuler si quelqu'un me tombe dessus. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là? Gelée royale.
Pistol case, but it's empty.
Pas de bol.
I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision.
Bah oui, c'est ce que j'allais
And
dire,
none
ouais.
of it's telling me anything useful.
On va tirer sur la duchesse. Tonneau.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Examiner. Bah non.
It's
Indisponible.
unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
Fragment d'ambre. Vous venez de trouver un fragment d'ambre ramassé en 4 pour augmenter vos points d'effort maximum de 1.
Amber crystals.
Jusqu'à royal, nanana. Ah voilà, c'est ici. C'est-à-dire qu'au bout de 4, ça me fera réapparaître un point d'effort. Il y a du boulot hein, pour... Je vais les consommer plus vite que...
A wooden floorboard.
Encore cassé.
Judging by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. It was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this?
Je l'ai déjà fait, hein.
Judging by the splinters of the wood,
Ah non, c'est pas si...
Oh,
Fait
boy,
le
it's been
même
ripped up.
speech.
it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this? Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Pour l'instant, ça nous apprend pas grand chose. Hein. Encore brisé.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Arracher la planche. Pas de bol, je peux pas. Ah, pas mal. Et là, il faut encore des points de compétence. Nice.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag.
C'est le sac de ma mère, ça, non?
The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Manuscrits. Les manuscrits permettent de s'instruire en cours d'aventure. À chaque début de quête, vous pourrez choisir vos lectures et gagner ainsi des points de compétences permanents.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries,
Ça a l'air
a small
appétissant.
key, and some kind of black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. You
Ah.
smell this food's been here roughly 2 days, and if it's rationed, There's enough left to last 2 more days. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things.
C'est le trésor de ma
These are
maman.
hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. What does all this mean?
Ah, verrouillé. Putain, ça se trouve, c'est la clé du truc que j'ai forcé.
You never know.
J'aurais pu économiser 2 points.
I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Je sais plus si j'ai examiné la
The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. And judging by its consistency,
pour le
it's the
pistolet.
same type of powder that I found earlier. This just gets better and better.
Prendre le sac.
Right. Just in case, I'll
Ah
take
la
it
mère
all.
va me maudire.
I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. So, let's go through this.
Ma mère
My
vient.
mother's
Ok,
been
je
hiding
l'ai.
pieces of bread between the rotten boards of a wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, it looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've
Ah,
noticed.
c'est bien.
But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Ça, c'est bien qu'il m'ait dit qu'en gros on en avait fini dans cette zone. Entre personnage talent. Où est-ce qu'il est le personnage? J'ai gagné un point tout à l'heure. Agilité. Merde. Pourquoi j'ai pas réussi à le... Non, j'ai pas de points. Je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai cru que j'avais... On continue, c'est pas grave. T'as Mister.
Latin inscription.
Ah désolé, je lis pas le latin.
Mi fili
Faut qu'il se débrouille.
quantilia produncia mundus vergatio.
Ouais. Partir. Ouais. Désolé. Tiens, il est encore là, lui. Il porte toujours le masque.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Une sacrée porte. Hein. Impressionnant, ouais.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci.
Lui-même.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But
Ah
I
ouais, se
haven't
cache.
seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Alors, confrontation. Durant une confrontation, vous devez franchir des étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire, n'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. Chaque confrontation affiche une interface indiquant à quel point votre interlocuteur est convaincu. On se lance.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would
Étape
you
1.
happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Oui, elle est là depuis le début de la semaine, d'accord, peu importe, donnez-moi votre lettre. Ouais, on va peut-être pas y aller
Certainly, Your Eminence.
comme ça.
Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son, I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church.
Ah, effectivement, ça fait beaucoup passer à Life is Strange, son mode
I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
de
Only she
confrontation.
had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly.
Deuxième
You
étape.
said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Nous faisons partie de l'ordre doré. Secret professionnel, désolé. Est-ce que j'ai le droit de lui dire ça? Parce que secret professionnel, désolé, ça va pas. 3 maladresses restantes, d'accord.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your
Ouais,
mother
c'est
work
ça,
for
c'est le côté qui
secret
m'embêtait un peu,
society.
ça.
It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities.
Ouais, mais si je l'envoyais chier, il allait pas être
You will
content.
understand that it does not encourage
Ah,
me to
merde.
put my trust in you.
Ah, super! J'aurais mieux fait de l'envoyer chier. Ok.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in
Intéressant.
quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always
Il
been
veut des infos, mais si je lui avais dit que
Do
c'était
you
secret
think I should give
professionnel,
it to you?
c'était une question un peu bâtard. Alors, vous pensez que je devrais vous le remettre? Oui. Je lui donnerai si je la retrouve. Vous pouvez compter sur moi.
Listen, you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find her?
Ah.
You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Ah putain!
Let's not exaggerate, Your Eminence.
C'est pas possible.
I have no other information at this time. It's probably nothing.
Listen to me.
Dernière chance.
If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God?
Ouais, j'ai vu.
No one
Très bizarre
other
d'ailleurs,
than
comme
mother
tatouage
will
par rapport à la position sur la main à la rigueur. Confrontation, dernière étape. Pour la dernière étape d'une confrontation, vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez une mauvaise réponse, cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donniez une bonne réponse. Bon bah ça va, c'est sympa. Ou que vous soyez à court de maladresse. Ah ça c'est moins drôle. Sachant que je n'ai plus qu'une seule sur moi. Merde. Alors écoutez mon enfant, si je vous remets ma lettre, pouvez-vous me promettre devant Dieu que personne d'autre que votre mère ne la lira? Ok, pas de soucis. Je préfère jurer sur autre chose. Ah, j'adore les réponses. Ok, pas de
I
soucis.
swear by the Almighty
Voilà,
God
ça va être
to
pour
honor
le
the
succès.
promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
Bien.
Listen, let's
Je like
stop there.
success.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derici. Your mother and I are
Confrontation
organizing the escape of a
J'aime
large
cette
number
couleur-là.
of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here,
Merci.
the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Ah bah un peu, on s'est donné du mal. Hein. Éléments cachés. De nombreux objets et indices sont cachés. Certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur le déroulement du jeu, donc n'hésitez pas à explorer. Ok. Faut regarder tout ce qui brille. Toujours pas de points. Talent. Vous avez gagné un point de compétence, manipulation. Bon, c'est parti. Chasse au petit point bleu.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Prendre l'ouvrage carrément. C'est pas chier. On l'embarque. Ah. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça?
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Peut-être pas jouer de la baramine pour ouvrir ça. Hein.
I've just arrived. It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being invited.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Alors, de quoi parlez-vous? De ma mère, d'une étoile.
At the risk of disappointing you,
C'est
we
Christelle.
weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens
parler
that
de la
Monsieur
lettre,
de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Alors, du coup, si j'ai bien compris, Monsieur de Richet, vous êtes ici afin de rejoindre votre mère. Pour quelle raison exactement? Inventer quelque chose, ouais.
Like you, Mr.
J'ai bien compris qu'il fallait pas que
I'm
je
here
dise
as a
qu'elle avait
result of Lord
disparu.
Mortimer's invitation.
Two members of the same family here. That is rare.
C'est de la
You know
baffe
what they
qu'il
say.
a en...
You can pick your nose,
bord de la
but you
bouche,
can't
là, à
pick your
gauche.
family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother
Ouais,
well.
c'est de la baffe.
Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Ah oui.
Good
Il a
lord.
l'œil qui voit tout.
Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his
Là-bas,
stuff when it comes to the occult.
Bravo.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
That's the man for my vision.
Ouais.
An urgent
Ah là
case
là,
has
lui qu'est-ce
delayed
qu'il est
our
laid avec son
host,
maquillage.
Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
Bah intéressant, les rouges,
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up.
les rouges dominent
Start.
très largement. Alors, demandez qui est l'homme, ouais.
Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English
Gregory Holm.
aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home. And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to
penser au
follow me
Joker,
into the
lui.
next room.
My dear fellow,
Elle
you
pas
must have
loupé,
read
hein.
my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak
Ouais.
about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more
Découvrir le
about
lien
this
entre
home,
Holm et ma mère. Ah là là.
home and my vision.
Bah, je pense que c'est quand même lui qui est le plus
My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
intéressant en tout cas les
I'll
choix.
follow you, sir. Mr. Washington,
Qu'est-ce qu'il est laid.
I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
Je vais bien rester avec la duchesse, mais bon.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
Changement de luminosité, hein, c'est tout de suite plus clair. Hein.
Fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for
C'est
remaining
qu'il a
abroad.
personne près du feu là.
The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look
Opportunité
rather
manquée.
pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Mystérieux.
Charming if I hadn't come here for
Ah, charmant.
disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you.
Alors, d'ailleurs, je voulais vous demander, c'est quoi l'histoire justement? Connaît-il ma mère? Ouais.
You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
On va
Not
éviter.
that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the
La
powder,
poudre,
it
ouais.
wouldn't be the
Trop de
first
poudre.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll
Qui est
come
cette
back.
personne?
Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Alors, qu'est-ce que ma mère venait faire ici? C'est quoi le lien entre Hillsborough et ma mère? Manque-t-il quelqu'un d'autre que ma mère qui aurait pu en vouloir à ma mère? Attends, ça c'est tout doux.
Do you know if anyone else has gone missing recently?
Not at
Ouais.
all, sir. It's as if
Oh,
Sarah
pas de
has
bol.
purely and simply vanished into thin air.
That's right. Just take me for an idiot, why don't you?
Not even a servant, then?
Not even a servant. I can
Personne d'autre a
assure you,
disparu.
we would have been
Dommage.
informed.
Keep your faith, my son. Only the celebrated Sara de Rice could vanish before our very
Ah,
eyes.
elle a fait du bruit la
And she
fille.
will reappear. You will see.
Ouais.
No!
Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive? Oh la vache, elle a une sacrée cicatrice. l'aider.
I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
T'en
Let me
occupe
handle
pas.
this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Non de rien.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Ah, ouais,
Her breathing is becoming stable and her heart rate too.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her?
Ah, c'est vraiment sympa par contre le fait qu'au tout début il nous demande de choisir 3 axes de personnages très différents. Parce que ça. Je dis pas qu'en termes de rejouabilité, moi j'y rejouerais, mais on n'a pas du tout les mêmes observations en fonction qu'on soit plutôt un observateur, un politicien ou autre. Ça j'aime beaucoup, je trouve. Alors, vous pouvez m'en dire plus sur elle. Qui est-elle? Qu'est-ce qu'elle a? Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait là? Plutôt, qui est-elle?
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. The sea air can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing. She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch. I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me. I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Ouais, opportunité manquée
Forget
parce que je
it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen,
bizarre.
it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day. It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
Ça complote.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what...
Faut que j'arrête de les regarder comme ça parce que ça fait suspect quand même. Hein.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces. Sir Holmes, who was that young lady with you? Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude.
Il est
Looks
balèze
like
hein,
he just
pour
saw a
observer tout
ghost.
ça.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
J'ai le droit de me balader.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Au fond du couloir.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Je peux pas aller la voir dans sa chambre. Dommage.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Pas intéressé.
Huh, that's me.
Et au fond, c'est qui?
Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Cardinal. Putain la vache. Ça c'est de la baraque hein.
President George Washington.
Georgie. Il y a des trucs à prendre. J'ai l'impression que c'est un truc qui fait le tour. C'est Alexandre. Bon, je crois qu'on a fait le tour.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Ah non, même pas encore. On va s'y perdre. Hein. Est-ce qu'on retombe sur la duchesse?
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Ah bah carrément il est là lui aussi.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Putain j'aurais dû rentrer dans ma chambre dès que je l'avais trouvé.
Huh, that's me.
C'est ça.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
On va ouvrir la lettre.
Okay, let's see what it contains. Too bad for Piaggi. So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying. But now it's opened. I better get it to Mother soon.
Parce que si on me demande de la représenter...
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Par contre j'ai repéré un tableau en rentrant. Ça le fait façon Ken le survivant. Alors, eau de Mélisse. Eau de Mélisse, eau 3. L'effet concentré, votre prochaine utilisation de compétence est gratuite. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5.
Saint Jerome
C'est
the
clair.
Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Il n'y en a aucun à qui je fais confiance pour l'instant.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before
C'est
superior
quand même
voices.
vachement bien fait, hein, les peintures.
It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
de compétences pour déverrouiller.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Un petit tour dehors. Un peu de mélisse encore. Ah, je peux pas les utiliser. Je vais peut-être en avoir 5. Pas de bol. Retourner à l'intérieur. Finir notre petit tour avant d'aller nous coucher. Parce que ici il n'y a pas grand chose. Putain, la chambre. Alors, épisode 1 au large des côtes anglaises. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a réussi? Je suis remonté jusqu'au manoir. J'ai reconstitué tout le parcours de ma mère sur les quais. J'ai convaincu Piaggi de me confier sa lettre. J'ai rencontré Sir Washington. J'ai choisi de rejoindre Sir Holm dans le petit salon. J'ai trouvé un livre étrange sur les quais. Et j'ai pu remarquer un talisman étrange autour du cou d'Adam. J'ai pu observer Sir Holm. J'ai rien raté visiblement, je me suis pas trop mal démerdé. Salut Mike, c'est un mélange de point and click, de jeu tel, de Life is Strange, mais avec une histoire complètement différente de ce qu'on peut avoir habituellement. Et au niveau des choix alternatifs, j'aurais pu rester discuter avec Sir Washington dans le grand hall, forcément. Ça se couple avec le choix différent que j'ai fait d'aller dans le petit salon. Allez, points de compétence. Alors je me trompe peut-être, mais j'ai l'impression qu'il y a des trucs qu'on a fait progresser par rapport aux actions réalisées. On valide. La taille de la chambre est sympa, après la déco est plus... Alors, équipement de manuscrit, cette page vous permet de choisir vos lectures au cours de l'histoire. Chaque livre que vous lisez vous conférera des points de compétence en fin de quête, d'accord. Ah, on est obligé d'en lire qu'un seul en fait. Conviction, psychologie, science. On va être à fond dans la science. Oh là, dès qu'on a une nuit agitée. Alors, rêve ou réalité? Ah, on est en train de revivre le passage qu'on a eu la fois précédente dans le salon.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes, Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we put her son in.
C'est un peu compliqué à
Perhaps he'll
résumer.
find something.
Ouais, je
That
pense
might
que c'est
come
un...
in handy.
Effectivement, c'est un
Louis
mauvais
grows
rêve.
impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear.
C'est Napoléon.
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Ha!
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Qu'est-ce qu'il vient foutre chez moi, lui? C'est fort, hein? Ah putain, merde. Encore mes problèmes de saignement.
I'm coming.
Ça, je l'avais pas vu.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Il y a une clé, non?
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Non, ça je l'ai déjà lu.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Tiens, on a lire 15 fois. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
J'arrive.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Je suis juste en train de dormir.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Comment l'oublier?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but
Ah,
I
c'est
came
fort
to
comme
this
choix,
island
là.
for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Alors effectivement le pouvoir que j'ai de voir ce qui se passe à distance est bien, mais par contre je le maîtrise pas encore. Donc là j'ai un choix quand même assez Assez cornélien, soit j'aide George Washington qui est juste devant moi, soit j'enquête sur mes visions. Ah putain.
Count on me,
On va
sir.
l'aider.
Thank you, my friend.
Espérons qu'il me renvoie à l'ascenseur, c'est quand même le président des
As
États-Unis.
long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Tu l'as plaqué au sol. Façon football américain.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon.
Dans le
I
petit
better
salon.
hurry.
Merde. Petit salon.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Merde. Commence bien. Ah
Louis,
merde.
you're straying from your objective.
C'est chiant les histoires d'angle de caméra. Cardinal.
Huh, that's me.
Ça c'est moi. D'où ce petit salon.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Est-ce que c'est ça son petit salon? Non. C'est en bas. Bah il écoute aux portes lui. Non, comment il est discret. Eh Loulou, tu fais quoi là?
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe that Miss Adams may be in danger.
Ah,
What do you mean?
justement je la cherche.
She's being manhandled in this small salon.
Quoi? Se faire
By who?
molester?
I don't know exactly.
Faut que je défonce la porte et que j'entre là-dedans moi.
A Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
D'accord, faut y aller. Pourquoi c'est à moi d'y aller à ça, j'adore.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Alors, chemin multiple. Il existe plusieurs chemins pour atteindre votre objectif. Il peut être bon de réfléchir avant de vous engager sur la première voie que vous trouvez.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to
Bah, il
the
va se
guillotine
calmer,
for what you just
le
said.
Frenchie, hein.
Just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you, stay out of it. This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I
peut pas
didn't
frapper
mean
une
to.
femme, hein.
Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Il la frappe, je peux pas la laisser le frapper quand même.
Let her
Ah
go.
ouais.
Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
Et puis elle se tire, énorme.
What are you
Ah,
playing?
elle a laissé son truc.
I told you to mind your own business, boy.
Début de la
If you
confrontation.
think you can side with this whore and then just walk away,
Deux
you're out of
maladresses
your
restantes.
mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Coup de boule dans les valseuses, le frapper. Ah, ça serait excellent. Raisonner.
Listen, we can sort this out like gentlemen.
Et là, paf, il
No,
en
I
met
don't
une.
think so.
You haven't hurt anyone yet, my friend.
No, but I'm about to. Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman
J'aurais dû lui
telling
parler
me
de
how to
l'endroit, je
behave?
pense.
I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Women, right? They really do drive us crazy sometimes. I totally understand.
Yeah.
J'étais fort.
And every time they open their mouths, it makes you want to
Faut jouer les
slap 'em.
misogynes en
I
fait.
get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Quoi? Dès qu'on annonce un interlocuteur vous a mis en défaut, le coût d'utilisation d'une compétence augmente. Utilisez un élixir d'or pour vous soigner. Bordel, ah bah je peux rien faire et putain mais c'est quoi ce merdier?
Listen, we barely know each other, and it
J'ai
seems everything went a bit too far. Let me apologize if I offended you in any way.
What's wrong? Someone cut your balls off?
Oh là là. Échec.
You should have kept your big nose out.
Salut Fiona. Bon. Alors, fin de la partie 2, Balade Nocturne. Réussi, donc j'ai retrouvé Lady Adams au petit salon, je ne me suis pas laissé faire par Perru. Alors par contre, raté, je n'ai pas retenu Lady Adams. Je voulais quand même pas qu'elle se fasse frapper la pauvre. Oui, il m'a pas tué, Perru m'a envoyé au tapis. Je n'ai pas récupéré le talisman. Ah ça par contre c'est dommage. Parce qu'elle l'a fait tomber mais je l'ai pas récupéré. J'aurais pu découvrir quelque chose sur le passé de ma mère. Alternative, j'aurais pu écouter ce que Sir Washington voulait dire au sujet de ma mère. J'aurais pu en découvrir plus sur les hommes et ma vision. J'aurais pu en apprendre plus sur le plan me concernant. J'aurais pu faire une singulière rencontre. J'aurais pu parler à Piaggi de sa lettre. Ouais, c'est un peu dommage. Comme quoi, hein, des fois, vouloir être gentil, ça ne nous réussit pas. Dommage. Mais vraiment, j'aurais. Enfin, même en sachant le résultat, j'aurais pas pu la laisser se faire frapper, c'est pas possible. Ah, ouais. On a l'air un peu amoché là. Bah ouais.
Bastard caught me dead to rights.
J'aurais dû au moins essayer de le frapper.
Liam, you have failed me.
Ah ouais, puis George Washington, il va me...
But Elizabeth returned much too soon. An day earlier, and I would have been caught. I didn't get time to search through everything, but I did manage to find what I was looking for. The young lady really is John Adams' daughter.
Par changer de stratégie.
Signed, George Washington.
Well done, Louis. The President of the United States asked for your assistance and you screwed up? Mother finds out, I get the feeling I'll never hear the end of it. Not for a few years, anyway. Now, what was I going to do last night? Ah, yes. Search the room. According to what I saw in my vision, this room was Mother's before I got it. Maybe she left something behind that will help me find her.
Choisir un livre. Ouais. Tiens, chercher les traces de notre mère. Faut surtout pas trop vouloir aider les gens en fait. Mais il joue souvent sur ce dilemme moral hein, dans les jeux de ce type. Après, ce qu'il faut, c'est pas qu'ils en abusent quoi. C'est-à-dire pas faire en sorte que le joueur se fasse baiser à chaque fois qu'il veut aider les gens.
Priest robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Pourquoi je peux pas sortir de ma chambre? C'est quoi ça?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Ouais, quand même, si je pense que...
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence.
Ah mais tu vois, c'est ce que j'ai fait tout à l'heure, hein. J'ai aidé la nana pour pas qu'elle se fasse taper dessus, et puis...
I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened...
Après c'est toujours plus simple une fois que ça a eu lieu de...
Wouldn't you, Mother?
Effectivement, on va essayer de...
Found it. A faint sign of the order. barely visible.
Peut-être plus
Mother,
discret.
you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Et Wasabi. C'est ça, un petit peu, ouais, c'est le style. Je veux sortir.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Si c'est la clé, hein, on va pas se faire payer. Nice. Ah, j'aurais quand même bien voulu m'entretenir un peu avec la fille quand même.
There's a note. Effects of Serre de Richer to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
Bien. Ça, j'ai déjà regardé. Je peux toujours pas déverrouiller. On va ressortir dehors de l'autre côté après. Croix de Malte. Octroi, effet exalté, percevez temporairement les immunités, les vulnérabilités affectant les choix. Pas mal ça.
A devil's torture used to uncover the condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his
Il a
error.
lancé 36 dialogues en même temps.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Je veux pas, c'était la petite lettre. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
Writing material.
Putain. Oh, une fois il me manque certaines aptitudes. Pas regarder mes personnages. Non. Putain, j'ai l'impression que j'ai fait le tour. Non, j'allais dehors. Et dehors.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
J'ai les traces de votre mère réussi.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Ha! Pourquoi je peux pas les consommer les points de miel? C'est bizarre. Hein. Il me semble que c'est 5 en plus hein, le space. Ouais. Enfin, je comprends pas tout au niveau des. Ah, là ça pue quand même le passage secret hein, ce truc là. Continue en été. je réessayerai de sortir. Non, y'a rien.
This room looks unoccupied. Bien, monsieur de Ricci.
C'est en haut. Prendre l'an.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Verser l'encre.
Well, so it wasn't that, and I've just stained half the page. Ink is always used to write a message, never to reveal one. I must find something else.
D'accord. Faut que je balance un truc qui va faire révéler un message. C'est pas le... Je sais pas pourquoi le citron, non? Prendre le citron. Alors je sais plus dans quel film ça me parle de balancer du citron sur du papier pour faire apparaître un message. Parce que ça je l'ai pas inventé. Hein. Et c'est le fait en fait que le citron ait déclenché la cinématique qui m'y a fait penser.
That wasn't it.
Eh merde.
Not to mention I covered half the page with lemon
Du
juice.
jus de citron sur la moitié de la
Great.
page, c'est malin, trop fort.
Louis.
Le citron
used to
sert à
write
écrire les
secret
messages
messages, not
secrets,
to reveal
pas les
them.
révéler. Ah voilà.
I'll have to try
Il me
something
semblait
else.
bien que... Bah je sais pas, verse l'encre et le citron, débrouille-toi. Alors surtout s'il y a quelqu'un qui a une idée, n'hésitez pas. Ah. J'avais pas d'interaction avec ça tout à l'heure. La cendre. Ça me laisse perplexe, mais bon, de toute façon on est prêt à tout essayer là.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here.
Je suis en train de tout saloper.
Might have
Énorme.
worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon.
Du jus de citron, oh là là.
Luckily, I've only put ash on part of it.
Ah, je suis trop fort. S'il y avait des traces, j'ai tout effacé. Bien. Je crois que j'ai fait le tour de toutes les conneries que je pouvais faire. Ne me laisse pas sortir. De toute façon, c'est ici. Hein. Y a pas de la cire, non de la... Il reste des trucs là-dedans.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Ah, qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind
Du
a
café,
nice
peut-être?
strong coffee though. Nothing here. I wouldn't
J'ai
mind
pas
a
trop
nice
regardé au
strong
milieu.
coffee though.
Ah, qu'est-ce qu'on a là? Une pièce de collection, c'est pas ça.
Inferno by
J'ai
Dante.
regardé, ça aussi.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Putain, mais je suis passé à côté de quoi? Un truc là en hauteur là qui brille. Atteindre. Ah merde! Il me manque de l'agilité.
Amber crystals.
Ah, c'est bon. Ah, j'ai plus de points par contre. Puis ça m'a surtout pas apporté grand chose cette affaire. Ah, de la cire peut-être. Prendre le bougeoir, évaluer l'utilité, réfléchir à l'usage. J'y crois pas, mais comme j'y
I
crois
think
pas,
I've
ça risque
searched
d'être ça.
everywhere. Maybe I should try it out on the book.
Ah, voilà. Putain, c'était de la cire. Sincèrement, si j'avais dû entre la cendre, le citron et l'encre, c'est le truc que j'aurais mis en dernier. Bon, revenir le papier avec le bougeoir.
It's working.
Ça
The heat reveals
marche.
a message. Let's see what my mother wrote.
Alléluia.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgone.
Bingo.
Gorgone was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable.
Non, j'ai...
Great.
Ah putain, j'ai
I hope it wasn't a
salopé.
unique
Ah,
edition of
il est
Mother's
bien
Day
fait le jeu
story.
quand même.
Now I better hurry and find the damn Medusa.
Magnifique.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
Ils ont été
I'm not
plus loin
hungry. Please give my
que
apologies to all the guests.
tel et autres,
Sir
dans les
Holmes
interactions
requests
possibles et
your
autres.
presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my
C'est à la fois
Medusa.
bien et ça fait chier.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
De toute façon, j'ai fait le tour ici, j'ai rien à...
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Je peux aller visiter les chambres des autres?
Monseigneur, His
Cardinal.
Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Je peux pas.
President George Washington.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad.
Surtout
I'll see
moi.
him later.
Ah, par contre, comment ils m'ont emmené? Ouais. Ils ont une fâcheuse tendance à nous remettre dans le sens inverse. C'est un coup à tourner en rond, ça.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Ah. Oh.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh le bordel. Ah putain. Il y a une croix satanique plein milieu. Putain. Oh ce merdier qui a été foutu là-dedans. Non, je peux pas sortir. Qu'est-ce qu'on en a?
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Alors il y a un mot, il y a d'autres trucs encore. Classe 5 cercles.
30 November,
Encore une lettre.
1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Putain, encore une lettre.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern.
crois que c'est la
Your
dernière.
words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. Carmelite water. Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Je comprends pas comment on utilise les trucs de gelée royale là, parce que je suis au max. Très bizarre les... Là je comprends pas. Là s'il y a moyen de... Je crois pas que... Ouais, y a rien qui est expliqué. Magnifique, merci. Est-ce que au niveau des touches, non? Non. Vacherie.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Consommer les cristaux. C'est de la drogue. Putain, je vais être défoncé.
Well, see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Très fort. Épuisé. Vous êtes heurté à une immunité 1 point d'effort est bloqué. Utilisez un élixir d'or pour vous soigner. Magnifique, bravo Fred. Est-ce que j'en consomme un? Inventaire. Ça c'est des objets, c'est pas les... Non. Elixir d'or, ouais, je les ai pas de toute façon vus. Je n'arrive pas à utiliser les objets. Si j'en avais un. Pas de malt. Mais on sait pas plus en fait sur ce qui s'est passé dans cette pièce pour l'instant.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Shit, je vais pas l'ouvrir. Ah, encore une lettre.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Je pense qu'on a fait le tour. Ah, il y a même une croix au plafond. Ça a été loin dans le détail. Hein. Je crois que c'était par là. Donc là, si je vais ici, je vais rejoindre le salon. J'ai l'impression qu'il y a... Sans s'interdire. Peut-être continuer... C'est qui là?
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Je connais pas. Pas vu qu'il y avait un étage. On peut y aller.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits. A few few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Des livres pour nos futures compétences. Une clé.
Sir Jacques Perru. Sir Jacques Perru.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Ah. C'est qui son nom? Oh. J'entendais pas. Merde, je peux pas l'ouvrir. Il fait du bruit comme ça. Quelqu'un qui passe le balai, non? Ah d'accord, c'est lui.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ouais, je peux pas. Puis il y a le mec en plus qui me regarde.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Bon, de toute façon, je vais redescendre au salon.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Oh, putain. Super. Nice.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious.
Ah oui, c'est vrai.
I'm not worried about Jacques Perru. You're her son, Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island.
Ouais.
What are you doing here?
Ah ça, j'en sais rien.
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're going to tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
On peut rien faire. Je veux comprendre ma mère, je dois découvrir la vérité.
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
Yes.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Je connais personne, sa mère, son père. Oh là là, c'est compliqué, je connais pas assez sur sa famille. Je sais même pas qu'elle a une sœur, moi. Oh là là.
Don't you have a brother?
I have 3, but not one of them has bothered to help me.
Merde.
Charles and Thomas were kept away from me to make sure I wouldn't upset them. As for John, the only time he visited me was to make me swear to never publicly compromise his career.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You're an only son, right?
Does it show?
If you had a brother or sister, you'd know the way blood ties are unbreakable. Except in my family, unfortunately.
Ah mais je connais pas toute sa famille, moi, ils sont marrants. Sa sœur. Sa sœur, elle est où? Ah, elle est là. Sa sœur, elle est où? Elle est là. Ah, elle est là. 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 Son père.
Take your father. I'm sure he tried everything to save you.
Sure, he tried everything to keep me from upsetting his political affairs.
Et
Once I
merde.
was declared insane, I was nothing but a burden that got in the way of his career. By leaving me with your mother, he made all the horrors possible. I've got nothing more to say to you. Figure it out yourself.
Compliqué cette personne, hein.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
De toute façon, si j'ai pas accès à rien, je vais me demander si vous pouvez me dépanner.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Elixir d'or.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Ok, bon.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Continuer, de toute façon il va rien me dire, rien faire. Est-ce qu'il est le salon? Ça doit être par là. Non. Est-ce qu'ils sont barrés? Ce soit par là. Non. Salon rouge. Ah bah il est là lui. Est-ce qu'il va s'excuser? Oh putain. Ignoré. Tout le monde regarde.
What do you want?
I'd rather keep all my teeth.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently, and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table. I am delighted to eat.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your
Forcément,
husband?
comme j'ai pas développé l'arc
The French
politique,
Revolution gives him
je
terrible
passe à
headaches.
côté.
Oh, I
Ça a
understand.
l'air vachement bon,
I
ce
should
mélange,
feel
hein.
better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Very funny.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
L'air triste.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Please feel at home. Have you any information on this Napoleon?
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign.
C'est un jeu un petit peu à la Telltale ou la
To answer your question,
Life is
I only
Strange.
know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Un jeu où les choix en fait qu'on fait ont une influence directe sur la suite de l'histoire.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests.
Napoléon.
Could we speak in private, please?
And right he was too.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Confrontation.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Oui, nous avons un accord dont je peux m'en cacher.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, monsieur.
Oh merde.
The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement. So, You're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may
Le
have
jeu est quand même
escaped me.
terrible, hein, de nous
I
faire faire
suggest you
des
wait for
choix
my
sur des
mother's
trucs
return
qu'on
in
a
order to
aucune
manage
idée.
such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Pour une contre-révolution, nous devrions rétablir une monarchie. Laisser le peuple entièrement libre.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth
On
to
va
a
voir.
monster. We must
Je me
overthrow
souviens
the new
plus quelles
system
étaient
in
les
place.
aspirations de Napoléon, à part pour lui.
Right.
Ouais, ça a réussi, mais
Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am
c'était par
very
élimination.
happy to
Hein.
have met
Je pense pas qu'il était pour une
Lord
monarchie,
Mortimer
le
was
peuple et
right
le
to put
pouvoir.
his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you
Que
for
ça a
your
fonctionné, tant
support
mieux.
by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to avenge you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Alors, fin de la troisième partie réussie. J'ai trouvé le message caché par ma mère dans le livre, mais j'en ai salé une partie. J'ai fait connaissance avec les invités durant le dîner. Alors j'ai pas réussi à convaincre Elisabeth Adam de parler de ma mère. Je me suis montré digne successeur de ma mère devant Napoléon Bonaparte, même si c'était mal engagé. J'ai fouillé la chambre d'Elisabeth Adam. Alors j'aurais pu fouiller la chambre de Napoléon Bonaparte. Et on est passé à côté. On vide.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Alors, un bouquin pour les compétences. Ah, bah écoute. Merci beaucoup. D'accord. Alors c'est marrant parce que j'ai vu à aucun endroit dans le jeu où c'était écrit. En tout cas, merci beaucoup, Natacha. J'avais fait le plein d'objets. Alors, trouver un lieu. Trouver le lieu évoqué par votre mère.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses? Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny. The only person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be
Sexy.
here. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Ah, Exileur d'or, ça tombe bien, j'ai plus l'effet négatif associé. Fallait que je lui parle pas, ça sert à rien. Première fois qu'on est tout seul dans cette pièce. Je vais une clé.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Nice.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Gorgone was my favorite character. Amber crystals.
Oh. Merde.
Amber.
Faut vraiment avoir les yeux partout, hein. Faire le tour de la pièce avant de sortir. Pas l'air d'y avoir grand chose, hein. Alors si on peut passer à la suite. Non, c'est fermé.
What can I do for you, sir?
Tu peux me dire des choses
I
nouvelles,
am
lui.
at your
Pas du tout.
service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. it is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured, the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Yeah, except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests.
Faire une petite pause technique, je
That
reviens.
is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, Sir?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
On va prendre congé. Je peux pas sortir. En train de faire un petit tour à l'étage. Ah non, je peux pas. C'est limite, hein. C'est où on était tout à l'heure.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Waldner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
cherche une
As I haven't
méduse.
visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, la Gorgone, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one? In any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Sacré musicien. D'accord, ça me permet d'avoir des avantages.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
La clé, pas de subterfuge. Putain de boîte. Sacrée pièce, hein.
Atrus, the Millet brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Pièce, hein.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a
Bien qu'on est
Medusa.
arrivé.
Should she go and try to find the creature now?
Ah, visuellement, c'est vraiment sympa, hein.
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Ah, painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising. It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly.
Ah, c'est quoi ce mot? Réservé à Manuel.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael.
Trouver la méduse.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning by his father Apollo for borrowing his chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot. The Company by Rembrandt, a fragment of amber. The Company by Rembrandt. A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Alors, je suis pas un spécialiste, mais elle est assez connue, hein, cette peinture. Même pour moi.
A painting with no name.
Ah, une méduse.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Trouver la solution de l'énigme de la méduse. On va continuer à faire le tour de la pièce.
The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on
La
Medusa.
méduse.
While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot. Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa.
Je pense qu'il faut plutôt que le bouclier, je le fasse côté de la méduse. Piloter côté méduse. Ouais, mais est-ce que la réflexion est bonne? Je suis pas certain. Lui.
This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa.
On doit regarder le bouclier, là.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of
C'est
the
la
Medusa.
méduse, ouais, c'est ce que j'ai fait.
Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Bon, il y a quand même un point intéressant, mais il nous manque quelque chose. Il n'y a pas un énième truc à faire. C'est con que je connaisse pas le latin. Hein.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from
La
the regular
méduse
one.
vers le bouclier.
It recounts
Bah, c'est ce
how
que j'ai
men have
fait.
always belittled women in society. Harpies,
Ah oui, c'est parce qu'il y a une inertie de...
Chimera, the Hydra, the Gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. Hang
Je
on.
le relis parce que je suis...
This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the Chimera, the Hydra, the Gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Ouais, vers la méduse. Bien, hein. Méduse, bouclier, la lanterne pour la distraire, et lui. Bouclier vers l'épée. Tenter. Mais... Regarde, bouclier, ça c'est bon. La lanterne est allumée. Mais il n'y a pas de notion d'allumage. Il y a que tourner vers. Bouclier vers l'épée. De toute manière, j'ai rien à perdre vu que ça marche pas. Bouclier vers l'épée. Tac tac tac. Bravo. Un passage qui s'est ouvert dans la cheminée.
Whoa.
Volé.
Rah!
Ah,
For Pete's sake,
qu'est-ce qu'elle
Emily.
fait là?
You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Ah, beauté en touche avec humour, franchement. Ouais, alors
Oh
tourner
yeah?
dessus, c'est pas
So
mal.
tell me what you're doing here.
I mean,
Ah,
Yeah,
ah.
just like me.
Je l'ai eu.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Alors, que faites-vous de la galanterie? Allez, je vous écoute. Rien dire, truc pirouette.
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Ouais, on peut te brosser. Fouillez la pièce. C'est bon, il manque des compétences. Regarder en hauteur, ils aiment bien accrocher des trucs.
Mortimer's the author of this work. He talks about his passion for art.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
Il se fout de moi?
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath. Do you know why laurel wreaths are used and not, say, mistletoe or another plant?
The laurel wreath symbolized glory in Roman times.
In your opinion, what kind would suit me best?
A crown of nettles.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet. You're still clinging to your boyhood dreams.
Yes, you do.
When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
A fragment of amber. Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
These documents must be fakes. No man can own that many original works, no matter how rich he is.
Be careful. The Order has tried many times to estimate his personal wealth without ever succeeding.
And look here. Castles in Scotland, vineyards in Italy, districts in Venice. He's richer than some European countries.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Mortimer's collection is unique, isn't it?
That's an understatement. No doubt he has a major passion for history and fine art, or getting gifts.
If each time Mortimer does someone a favor, they reward him with a priceless gift, that means he must have helped nearly everybody in the world. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Continue.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
4 maladresses permises. Et pourquoi diable vous accorderais-je ma confiance? Balayez devant votre porte avant. Est-ce qu'on peut user nos... Ça va encore une quête. Merde, c'était pas l'élixir d'or que je voulais utiliser. C'est le truc pour... Voilà. Pour m'aider à prendre la bonne décision.
I just want to help you.
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Ensuite, analyser le caractère des guides.
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Yes. You're the kind of girl who gets by on her own and who shares nothing.
The fact is, you are completely mistaken about me.
Eh merde.
I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
Chance sur deux. Oh putain.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
Tac tac tac. Est-ce qu'il va me le dire? Putain. Son vieux mari.
Your husband, of course.
My husband? He can't even walk without a cane. Oh, man. Let him live out the rest of his days in peace.
How nice for him. Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed.
Ouais,
How the
écoute, chat,
devil
hein.
did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good. I grant you that. You deserve
C'est
to
un peu
know why
merdique
the
ces
sight
cheveux
of the
quand même.
cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I
J'ai
thought it
encore
belonged
consommé
to
un truc
Emma,
pour rien.
my twin sister.
Oh.
Une jumelle. Hein.
Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
La quatrième partie, non?
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Ah. Oh la vache, il est sévèrement tatoué, non?
Again?
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your
Je vais
room.
vous attendre dans votre chambre, mais ne tardez pas.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Franchement, au début de l'histoire, je l'aurais bien aidé, mais vu combien de fois elle m'a mis dans la merde.
Excuse me, Elizabeth, but some very
Ciao,
urgent
Lamis.
business has cropped up. We can speak tomorrow.
No, Louis, don't leave me alone. They've come back.
Good night, madam.
Trop facile.
Well, well, Louis, you took your sweet time. What did our poor Elizabeth want?
Rien d'important.
The truth is, I really don't have the slightest
Je
idea.
croyais pas que ça allait être ce genre de
But
rendez-vous
I
qu'on
thought
allait
all of
avoir.
that could wait until tomorrow.
That young girl seems very...
Emily, have I misunderstood something here? What are you doing in my room?
And for a while now, the question has been nagging at me.
And that explains why I now find you here in my bed. Go ahead. Ask me the question that's been burning at your lips.
I know your mother was here to meet someone, but I can't figure out who.
Oh, so that's what's been hiding behind all this.
We are both members of the Order, Louis. Let's try to be honest with each other. I have followed with great interest your affair in Paris, in connection with Mr. von Borchardt. You managed to steal something from him, if I'm not mistaken.
Elle est en train de me travailler là.
Emily, you suddenly seem to be very interested in my private affairs. You aren't pumping me for information, are you?
Not in the least, Louis. I'm deeply hurt that you'd even think such a thing of me.
Look, I'm sorry. I just thought that...
Well, you thought wrong. I was interested in you, that's all. But that seems to be beyond you.
Don't take it like that. My mother and I recovered an old occult book that von Borchardt was planning to resell on the black market. There. Now you know it all.
This is quite fascinating. But just what did Sarah expect to accomplish here?
C'est clair.
If only I knew myself. My mother always takes a sly pleasure in telling me as little as possible.
C'est moi qui prends le dessus.
Louis, your mother hides things from you. That's not very nice.
No, it's not nice at all. And you? What were you supposed to do once the book was found?
Give it to our sponsor, of course. Sir Gregory has more than one card up his sleeve.
So you mean Home is playing both sides?
Right. Enough chatting. Come and join me instead.
Je vais la rejoindre quand même. Faudrait pas qu'elle le prenne mal. Hein.
I have to go, Louis. I don't want anyone finding me here in the morning.
You're right. Well, have a good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow, rested and ready.
Sure thing.
Très débloqué libertin. Je me demande bien pourquoi. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut te valer? Les valets. Tiens.
Lord Mortimer? Monsieur de Richet, at last we meet.
Alors, fin de la 4e partie, la Gorgone réussi. Donc j'ai résolu l'énigme de la méduse, j'ai découvert la pièce où Lord Mortimer cachait le trésor, j'ai découvert qu'Emily cachait quelque chose, j'ai convaincu Emily de me révéler son secret, j'ai préféré rejoindre Emily dans ma chambre, et j'ai passé la nuit avec Emily. Alternative, j'aurais pu apprendre plus sur le passé d'Elisabeth et ma mère. On va s'attaquer enfin à la 5e et dernière partie. On va être à fond dans la logique. On va pouvoir développer le reste par la suite. Ah bah non, ça y est. C'est marrant, j'aurais juré qu'il y avait 5 parties en fait, il y en avait que 4. C'est peut-être parce qu'il y avait un prologue. Et bah voilà, donc le premier épisode est terminé. Alors sincèrement, je pensais pas que ça serait si long. J'ai commencé à 17 h, ouais, ça fait presque 3 heures. Est-ce que le prochain épisode, je le ferai en 2 parties, je sais pas trop. J'ai pas eu trop l'impression de traîner, j'ai peut-être galéré un petit peu parce que je découvrais le jeu. Je remercie Natacha pour m'avoir dit comment utiliser les objets. J'ai pu bien en profiter vers la fin. Après, bah, sur les énigmes, bah, c'est normal, on galère toujours un petit peu pour trouver les choses. En tout cas, je trouve que c'est une très bonne alternative aux jeux Telltale ou autres. Je les trouve même plus intéressants que Telltale, mais les énigmes par contre sont quand même plus complexes et plus travaillées. En tout cas, c'est une très bonne surprise, un très bon jeu, et c'est sympa de le partager en direct. Voilà, ouais, effectivement, c'est parce qu'il y avait un prologue. Donc on a fait au large, enfin on a fait le prologue au large des Côtes Anglaises, Balade Nocturne, Vin et Canons et la Gorgone. Voilà, ce live est terminé. Je remercie tous ceux qui l'ont suivi jusqu'à la fin. Encore une fois, merci beaucoup.